For 70 years, the government told people UFOs weren't real. They mocked witnesses, destroyed reputations, turned the entire subject into a joke. Then suddenly, the Pentagon admitted something terrifying. There are objects in American airspace, and they don't know what they are. Not conspiracy theories, official statements, official videos, official military encounters, which raises a disturbing question. If the government spent decades hiding the truth, why are they suddenly talking now? And more importantly, what are they still hiding? For decades, UFOs belonged to crazy people, conspiracy theorists, late-night radio hosts, men wearing aluminum foil hats in deserts. That wasn't accidental. The easiest way to bury uncomfortable questions is to make them socially radioactive, and it worked perfectly. Because once society labels something ridiculous, most people stop looking deeper. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, the military kept collecting reports. Pilots described impossible objects. Radar operators tracked movements beyond known physics. Entire incidents vanished into classified archives, and the public kept laughing, which might have been exactly the point. Then the leaks started. In 2017, military footage reached the public. Objects moving without visible propulsion. Instant acceleration. No heat signatures. No wings, no exhaust. Nothing that made sense. Even trained fighter pilots sounded disturbed. One pilot described the object as moving like it ignored physics entirely. And eventually, the Pentagon confirmed the footage was authentic. Think about that for a second. The United States government officially admitted unknown objects were operating near military aircraft, and humanity responded the same way it responds to everything now, by scrolling past it, memes, TikToks, celebrity drama. Civilization might be witnessing the biggest revelation in human history, and people were too distracted arguing online. Maybe dystopia doesn't arrive through war. Maybe it arrives through overstimulation. Then things became even stranger. Reports kept appearing near nuclear facilities, missile silos, naval fleets, restricted military zones. Some witnesses claimed unidentified objects disabled nuclear systems temporarily. Others described glowing craft hovering silently above military installations. And if even half those stories are true, the implications are horrifying, because it suggests something unknown has been monitoring humanity's most destructive weapons for decades. Not occasionally, systematically, which creates a terrifying possibility. Maybe these objects aren't visiting randomly. Maybe they've been observing us this entire time. Watching, studying, waiting, and somehow, that idea feels less disturbing than the alternative. Because if the government truly has no idea what these things are, then humanity might not be in control of its own skies anymore. But here's where the story becomes truly unsettling. Why now? Why would governments suddenly begin acknowledging UFOs after decades of denial? Transparency, maybe. But governments rarely become transparent voluntarily, especially intelligence agencies, especially military institutions. Some people believe disclosure is controlled, slow, carefully managed, not to reveal the full truth, but to normalize the idea gradually. A little footage here, a hearing there, a leaked document, a quiet confirmation, until society becomes psychologically adjusted to something previously unthinkable. And honestly, that might be the most terrifying possibility of all. Because if governments are slowly preparing the public, then they may already know something far worse than what they're saying publicly. Maybe the real story was never about aliens. Maybe it's about control. Because once governments admit there are things in our skies they cannot explain, the illusion changes. For generations, people assumed world superpowers controlled everything. The airspace, the military, the technology, the future. But UFO disclosure introduced a terrifying possibility. What if humanity is not the highest authority anymore? What if civilization has mistaken technological progress for actual understanding? And what if the most advanced governments on Earth are just as confused as everyone else? That possibility feels deeply dystopian, because modern society survives on confidence. Confidence that systems are stable. Confidence that authorities understand reality. Confidence that someone is in control. But what happens if nobody actually is? And maybe that's why disclosure feels so strangely quiet. Not because the truth is small, but because the truth might completely destroy humanity's sense of certainty. For decades, people asked whether UFOs were real. Maybe we were asking the wrong question. Maybe the real question is this: if the Pentagon finally admitted something unknown is already here, why does nobody seem scared? Or worse, have we become so distracted we'd ignore the end of reality itself as long as it happened between advertisements?